What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so it was a couple of days ago, earlier this week, when Stephen Curry, longtime Golden State Warrior, suffered, I believe it was a right quad contusion in the last minutes of a loss to the Houston Rockets. Right now, the Houston Rockets didn't even have Kevin Durant, so that was a winnable game for the Warriors. And last I heard, Stephen Curry will be out for a week pending another evaluation to see if he can go. This is the continuation of an alarming trend when it comes to Steph Curry. By that I mean, it was last year's playoffs. And that game one, I believe, was against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think it was the semifinals when Steph Curry suffered an injury that had him out, and I think it was a lower leg injury, a calf strain or something like that, that left him unavailable for the rest of that series and dramatically altered the trajectory of that team. That was a Warriors team that some people thought could perhaps even go to the NBA Finals, or at least contend in the Western Conference Finals against the Thunder, right? Over the last couple of years, we've seen Steph Curry suffer more and more of these wear and tear type injuries. Nothing major to the point where he's out for, an extended period of time, weeks or months, but still, he's becoming older. And, you don't usually in NBA history, when a player gets older like this, and they start having injuries, it's because they're handling too much of a load. But this is partially Steve Kerr's fault. Why? Well, because he refuses to have the patience to develop new talent. He's so gung-ho on the Steph Curry system, he don't have the long view. He's thinking about here and now. But let's think about this, man. Let's look at this. First of all, I get so irritated at people who always tell me to go in on Doc Rivers. And yeah, I can understand what some people are saying about Doc. I get it. I'm going to talk about Doc later on, right? Just from my opinion, right? But you'll say, well, Doc Rivers' lone championship is overrated because he coached a super team or he coached a team of great players. But yet, somehow, that logic don't fit with Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr has coached guys like Stephen Curry, first ballot Hall of Famer, Klay Thompson, whether you like it or not, Hall of Famer, Kevin Durant, first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? He's had all these other, over the years, great players come through that system. He had DeMarcus Cousins on the team. You got Jimmy Butler now playing with them. For a while, Jordan Poole looked like he was going to be an all-star, perennial all-star, because he fit in that system. I'm talking about him in a minute. But let's not forget, he inherited this team from Mark Jackson. When he inherited them, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry were the Splash Brothers. They won 67 games together. I would argue the 2015 team was better than the 2016 team. Even though the 2016 team won more games, but they were trying to win games. They were, doing everything they could to focus on getting the wins record. But starting in 2015-16, they became more Steph Curry heavy. But at that time, Steph Curry was 27 years old. He was in the prime of his career. Steph Curry is now 37. Like I said, he'll be 38. And they're wearing him down. Well, Steve Kerr is wearing him down. First of all, Draymond ran Kevin Durant out of Golden State, right? And it ain't like Draymond Green can help replicate what Kevin Durant does offensively. He can't improve his game. And we all know that Draymond Green in the next few games, either he gonna sit his black ass down next to Steph Curry with some fake injury, or his production gonna stay about the same. Jimmy Butler can't consistently, in my opinion at least, consistently raise his game anymore. Jimmy Butler, man, you never know. One night he'll give you 29, the next night he'll give you 9. Like he's inconsistent now. Steph Curry was the most consistent player they got. But damn, you had James Wiseman, right? Now, he never turned out to be anything special, but my goodness, his confidence could have never have taken a big a boost playing it with Kerr. Then you got Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole, right now, should be an all-star playing with the Golden State Warriors. He fit perfectly with the Warriors. He was balling in that championship year, right? As well as Andrew Wiggins, who's now gone, by the way, in Miami. Why did Poole leave? Oh, because he dared talk trash to the great Draymond Green. So Draymond Green punched him in the face, right? It was recorded on tape. Somehow it became, because of the media and Draymond Green's ties to Clutch, somehow Jordan Poole had it coming. Somehow Jordan Poole deserved that goddamn smash punch a la Razor run to the goddamn jaw. And then Draymond was going to knee in the goddamn face. Unconscious. That's a savage animal. By the way, what they reported a few years ago when KD was still there, but KD and Draymond was going through their beefs. Wasn't it reported that Draymond Green jacked up Steve Kerr in the locker room, put his hands on the coach? Let me tell you something, man. If that was 20, 25 years ago, when coaches still had power, instead of just being, sycophants to these pampered, spoiled millionaire athletes. If Draymond Green had did that to, say, a Phil Jackson or a Chuck Daly or any goddamn team that Xavier McDaniel was on and he liked to coach, Draymond Green ass would have been out the NBA within the 2 years. But, it is what it is, man. Jordan Poole no longer with that team. I don't forgot where he is. Is it the Pelicans? I forgot where the hell he is now. Now you got Kuminga. Kuminga's not getting any playing time, last I checked. But yet, wouldn't you play him so that his market value will go up so you can trade him and get something good for him? Why would you not play him? Oh, because he don't fit into your schemes. That's bullshit, man. Steve Kerr's a grimy dude, bro. And he's not getting called out for it. I know it ain't just him. The organization has influence on who they play and don't play. But come on, man. He don't want to be there. Y'all don't want him. But then you don't play him so that his market value gets screwed to shit. What sense does that make? And Steve Kerr can only coach one goddamn way small ball. That's it. And he can't win unless the deck is stacked way in his favor, like in the Olympics or something, or one of these Warriors super teams. I rarely see this guy outcoach somebody in the playoffs. Rarely. Rarely have I ever seen that. So now the Warriors are 10-10. This is after some people had them possibly contending with the Thunder for an NBA championship. Wait, that's all I got to say about it, man. So what you guys think?